Ladies and gents, boys and girls, owls, kittens, snakes and other animals, welcome back to the show. I have to adjust my glasses all the time because they just feel bent to me. I apologise. So after a bit of an upset in match 1 to everybody but me, with all my unicorns, now we're going to have HellRaisers versus Fnatic. HellRaisers at home once again, this time on Cash. They've picked Cash versus Fnatic, Dan. Oscar's on point. Simple's on point as well. I was going to say Stico, but I was referring to the AWPers specifically because it's Cash. It's AWP time. Thoughts?
The only time these two teams have played each other with this kind of these lineups, it's been like once. It's us two, and Fnatic won 16-9. So that's not much information to go on, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can really say because we just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, as far as this map goes, you know, everyone's fairly familiar with how Fnatic end up playing Cash, and so just generally speaking, you should want to favour their consistency on this map. I would say that this is much less likely of an upset material than the first match, which I explained before the first game. Where I felt like your value bet was such a good choice out of all the potential value bets. Yeah, I think that was the most likely to happen. Whereas this one, well, we're into the pistol round, so let's see. Let's see if HellRaisers can get themselves a good start. They're on the CT side, and Crimson's going to be pushing the door, whilst his teammates are also pressuring towards A main. And they have the bomb there as well, and 2 players distracting in B storage. So this looks kind of ridiculous to HellRaisers, and they are deciding, hey, let's just try and figure it out by sending Simple over the top, over the boost. He's going to find the frag onto Crims, and that's going to make it to a 4-on-4. Bomb is still undecided where it's going to be ending up.
The aggression continues from HellRaisers. That's what I was trying to say. We had a 2-man push through T Warehouse, which netted another frag. They're looking to garner yet more frags. Oscar, they will finally go down. Man advantage continues, however, for HellRaisers. Simple with nice taps, getting Pronax multiple bullets into the chest. Just a W remaining for only a few seconds. Fnatic won the knife round and chose to start on the T side, Dan. You appear to have no opinion on this. Most of the time, you'd expect to see all the teams start on the CT side. Maybe it's a warm-up thing, something you see more in best of 3s and best of 1s. But I can't imagine why, unless they just want to throw off their opponents, so they have their own element of surprise. Because obviously, HellRaisers are somewhat of an unknown at the moment to their opponents.
They might just feel like they're going to have an easier time playing, getting rounds off this newer lineup by testing their CT side than vice versa, because on map to map with the new lineup, it can be easier on CT or T side, and maybe that's how they perceive the situation. They think it's going to be harder for HellRaisers on the CT side, and they're going for an execute here, and this is their opportunity to break the economy straight away, get the reset in. So it's quite nice. They've done it, of course, with the nades, and right now HellRaisers, they have a lot of players on this both side, 4 players in fact, and there is a Flusher who's in middle going for the lurk. He's going to actually try to backstab. He's getting a kill there. 2 frags for Fnatic as they push in, and everyone here is present for HellRaisers. But they're all getting taken down. This is very nice for Fnatic. Wow.
Yeah, not over yet though, because look how tagged all of these players are. Angel could make a lot of money here and win the round for his team. He just needs the 1 versus 1. That's all he needs. Just to try and avoid getting traded here, and he's doing it well so far. Olofmeister down to 48. He gets the reload in as well. The fast reload with the MP9. Just down to 5 HP though. Looking for these final 2 plays. Pronax blind. Going to pre-fire around the corner. Not make it though. Angel's got the kit as well. He could do this. Olofmeister's out of position. Oh, he's going to peek too far, and Olofmeister's going to take it for his team with the M4 as well. What was really interesting about that push from Fnatic is it was like a constant stream of grenades coming out before they pushed for about 20 seconds. They just seemed to go on for ages. And then when they did finally push, it just came out fantastically well for them.
Well, that's exactly the kind of result that they were looking for. They've reset HellRaisers straight away. And it could be one of the reasons, again, why they would have gone with the T side. They're thinking, okay, this lineup is new. It's going to have a harder time for people to have the awareness of who is going to deal with what in what situation on the CT side, who looks where, and so on and so forth. Because HellRaisers had almost all the players on the bomb site there. And it's a nice execute into the A bomb site, or rather coordinated movement from Fnatic from middle, and the pinch from middle, and from main. And they clean up all these pistoling players. So it's a great anti-eco played out by Fnatic here, very safe. And that said, actually, nobody's taken any damage either. So that's pretty cool for Fnatic too. And this really spells a lot of trouble for HellRaisers, because there was a match recently. I think it was I think it was Envious versus Fnatic. I think it may have been yesterday. I have the notes here somewhere. It was. I don't have. Nope, it wasn't yesterday, James.
Nice.
But it happened at some point.
So
It's a trade match. The Fnatic basically got completely wrecked. They got like what 3 rounds or something, and it's just based on the fact that they had so few opportunities on the CT side, because they just got broken economically again and again, and you get so few chances to get back into the rounds, and then when you do, you have to win so many rounds before your opponents will be ecoing and so on. So that's kind of the situation Fnatic are going for, and that's what they're building and cultivating right now, and it's working at this point. Of course, it's the last eco going in for HellRaisers. Next round they will have a bye, and you can see HellRaisers with a general movement towards the A side of the map. So they're kind of going for a bit of a gamble, going for a bit of a read that it's going to be an attack towards A, and that's what you want to try to do. You want to try to rotate preemptively. That's why the information game is so important. That way you can, instead of being reactive, you can be proactive and be there to tackle them. Use the defensive to your advantage, as opposed to T's being able to use them against you when you rotate in. And there it is. Fnatic now pushing in, deciding to finally go for it. They are picking up all these players, showing a good cognizance of all the sneaky angles of this map. Nice smokes going in as well to cover their approach. Playing it super safe, protecting all the edges by keeping all the money alive on their side. Not going for crazy pushes. JW will find himself Stiko and Kucha in middle, and now it's down to Simple with the Deagle to get some damage in. And it would be pretty glorious for him to find some damage here. There's one frag, but the trade is in immediately. And that's only one player dead for Fnatic. So HellRaisers, they'll get the buy-in now, but unfortunately they were not able to mitigate the kind of the disadvantage of their position, of the fact that they had to kind of save, by getting economic damage to their opponents to make it a little bit easier for themselves. Now they finally have the buy. So HellRaisers in with the AWP on Oscar, and this is what we talked about earlier. He seems to be more of the AWPer, and the Simple kind of picks it up more dynamically.
I like that setup as well. Let's see what he can do with it. Fast plays, Olaf, yeah, again, it's very common when you are a CT, smoking main, that there's almost always a gap in the top right of where Oscar's looking, basically, or the top left if you are Olaf Meister. If you stand on the lockers, mainly with a sniper, you can see a gap there. You can see Olaf Meister's looking in a different direction, but it's that same gap, which is almost unavoidable if you're the one throwing the smoke grenade. So Olaf trying to use all the small edges possible there, but will garner no results just yet. Maybe his position is a common one, as that is a very nice nade. Oscar coming in, seek and destroy will be the order of the day for him. JW has been boosted up, hasn't revealed his position yet. Angel's coming a bit hungry, and Flush is going to get snapped regardless. Things are going well for HellRaisers so far.
Oh yeah, Oscar is taking the bomber as well. He missed the second shot, so will his teammate Simple. Ooh, oh, okay, he's not going to get anything done here. Could have been an opportunity there. And it was surprising to me actually that Angel was able to kill. It was surprising to me that Angel was able to actually kill. Who was it? It was Flusher in a position on the off angle as he pushed into the mid warehouse, because that off angle is really dangerous, to be honest. Very, very hard to predict that that's going to be popping up. But Angel, he's just so fast sometimes, and Flusher did go down, and it kind of went downhill from that point forwards. So
Flusher should have seen his gun though long before. Like Angel should never be getting that kill in that situation.
Yeah, it is surprising.
But there we go. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you look at the radar and you get shot down. Happens to me every now and then. So Oscar continuing with the AWP. Angel will pick up a gun in his travels. About 3.5k left on these HellRaisers plays once they leave spawn, which is good going forward. Fnatic still with a round advantage. They will be back on the buy as well. Potentially fast play coming in towards A here. We've got flashes coming in and 3 people pushing towards A. And they've taken mid as well, super fast. We're going to have Angel getting caught on shorts, but the trade will come in, so mid will be back in control of the CT side. That said, Fnatic have a stronghold on the A site for the time being.
Yeah, Stiko in with the kill onto Prenax there. The bomb is in the smoke, more or less. JW with the grab. But so they got time to work with here. They don't have to rush this, and I like that JW is going back. That's very smart. And Crims can basically hold on, use the smokes, as JW just sprints for the plant, and it's much more likely to get the even get a plant by doing this play. So this is more or less the optimal play. And Crims, he could even get a couple kills here. That's absolutely possible. It's Crims after all. They're convinced that it's going to be on the A bomb site, but the bomb's going to go down now. And now they realize, and Crims picks himself up the second kill. Future's now going to get pinched from both sides, and a bit of spray there, but now JW, but he's going to go for the kill there. I think he felt that Future was still a little bit distracted, so either way, wow, that was perfectly played out of Fnatic, Crims and JW, good call.
Very, very nice indeed. So that money HellRaisers saved will allow them to get some semblance of a buyout in this round, but you can see it is severely limited. Smoke's being high priority there. Just to check off the initial points. We'll see what there is to offer. Fnatic have only one Molotov actually, but you can commonly see positions like Simples being forced out with a Molotov, but JW will simply shoot him in the face. Instead, no Molotov needed. 3 HellRaisers plays left, and they are heading towards an eco here if things continue this way for them. Zico with just a deagle will only get 1 frag. That's the bomb scene though, which should cause a rotation for the team, or maybe a save as it is 4 versus 2. Speaking of 2, JW only has 2 HP, but that's not going to stop him from peeking. When will it ever? Oscar now to try and hold on to what he can.
Yeah, so Fnatic have managed to actually find themselves in a position where they can re-break HellRaisers' economy, because HellRaisers actually were able to win their first buy round after getting reset, having to go for the double eco, getting reset and so on. They kind of just removed this possibility that Fnatic could get this crushing momentum that I was highlighting that is possible earlier on. But now Fnatic are creating this situation again for HellRaisers. So HellRaisers will have to do, again, a very difficult job of basically going for 2 ecos and then just winning like consecutive rounds. But at this point, I would very much expect Fnatic, they should be able to get at least 10 rounds on the board in this matchup now. I know there's quite a lot to say from this 5-2 position, but it's very likely Fnatic will get to the 7-2 position, and then after that, you know, HellRaisers win that their 1 big chance or 2 big chances. So that's the thing here. They don't get many opportunities, HellRaisers. And Fnatic, they are playing their anti-eco here, you know, all grouping up together in this A main area. There's 3 players on the site. They're using the grenades really well. Look at that. Just nading out these pistoling players on the site, using the smokes to their advantage and getting the flashes in there for Olofmeister, so he can go and frag close with the SMG, jumping around these angles. He is the man by design that is moving forwards with the SMG. And that's a great anti-eco from Fnatic.
Yep, looking a lot more confident as these rounds continue. And again, HellRaisers have an opportunity to buy here, but again, all their resources will be limited. You can see Oscar got an M4, but just a HE. Do you buy HE there, or do you buy a smoke grenade?
Where?
If you're Oscar and you've only got $300 to buy a grenade.
You buy a smoke?
I would buy a smoke. See what he chooses to do. Going to go straight through the smoke. The fact that that smoke is all the way inside A allows him to do exactly that. He did it faster than I could explain. Angel's going to get a frag onto Pronax elsewhere. Look how fast Fnatic are taking control of mid. It's not really being contested by HellRaisers. Happy to live and concede map control as opposed to die fighting. They'll use their numbers elsewhere.
But it's not too bad here for Fnatic, because, you know, this could be bad though. Angel is very forward. Oh, he's going to get taken down, and Fnatic just out of nowhere. Snap of the fingers. 2 players dead for HellRaisers. And JW will go in with a snap. He's not going to find the connection just yet. Now, this is interesting. Fnatic can double back here. Absolutely just fall back if it doesn't go their way. But, okay, JW's going to get the kill. Olofmeister picks up the kill as well. Then they can commit into the bomb site. No problem. They know where Oscar is as well. So this has turned out very well for Fnatic. But yeah, losing that first player going into mid and then being 5 versus 4, that's still really good actually for the T side. If that's a good T team with good calling, that's still a good position. It's
kind of amusing to just watch JW and Olofmeister fly around corners. It's so hard to track them just to try and kill them because Olofmeister is moving so fast. It's absurd. But there we go. 5-round lead for Fnatic now. HellRaisers on the eco once again, and this is a kind of opportunity for Fnatic to rack up a lot of rounds here. With a good spawn, the Ts can stop the CTs from getting over to white box in a cross such as that. Crims is going Super Saiyan now as well. This is looking really bad for HellRaisers because all the Fnatic players are starting to fire up here. They are, of course, on the eco in this round. Look at that. Just relentless. There is nowhere to hide from these players.
Yeah, it's definitely rather difficult. So Fnatic, when will they be stopped by HellRaisers? I mean, you can see, again, you can see like, you know, why they would have selected the side, I think. There's a lot of logic there if you think that this, because I would say on cash, the hardest thing in like playing a mix on cash is not the T side, it's the CT side actually. I would say the CT side is generally harder as a mix, because coordinating between the two, between the entire map is very difficult. Because when team takes mid away from you, when they take the B storage or the A storage away from you, or they pressuring here or there, or you lose a player and you have to rotate, so very hard to communicate and understand who's doing what, as opposed to maps which are more ingrained like Dust 2 or so on and so forth, or Inferno, a little bit easier, a little bit more static in that sense. But
oh, he's really messed that smoke up. That, if you look at where the blue line is, and look at where the white part of the wall is, he wants to throw the smoke to the left side of the white part. He was miles away from that. I don't know how he got that so wrong. But there we go. One wasted nades. See if the Fnatic players can exploit it. In fact, Angel will be taken down in the event area. Simple going down towards A as well. Early disadvantages for HellRaisers.
Yeah, it's not even coming down really to the strategy or the rotations, is it? It's just coming down to Fnatic playing solid rounds, and they're playing solid anti-ecos as well. That's like something to consider. But also they're hitting all the shots on the picking phase of their defaults. They're hitting all the shots. So that really sucks, because then HellRaisers lose that round, and then Fnatic play a super strong anti-eco, and boom. It's hard to get back in. And here it is again, Fnatic, they take the advantage from the men. They're like, okay, let's group up together and take a side together. That's hard to stop.
So here comes the execute. Kucha gets traded 4 versus 2. Oscar doing what he can, getting tagged through the smoke. However, Sticko coming in to try and save him from the angle. He'll do it for a split second. JW going down. Sticko versus 2. Playing the ladder. Gets himself a 1 versus 1. Got time to reload now. Flusher with pretty much full health. Going to fake the plant, and Sticko is just going to hold an angle towards the white box. So, being a non-believer, Flusher maybe sees where he is now. Going to go for the plant. And the duel will begin.
Yeah, this is what Flusher does, these kinds of situations. The clutches, but Sticko, oh no, he had the angle, but Flusher goes for the peak, and he had the pre-fire in mind. He was visualizing that scenario, and he pretty much had the shot primed and ready for Sticko. So nice little clutch there from Flusher. And hey, there's a nice defense coming in from HellRaisers to make it into that kind of one-on-one situation. It did not look like it was going that way at all. And now Fnatic 9-2. And HellRaisers in a lot of trouble. All the fights are going for the fast timing pick. Gray and just the crab walk there. Don't find any targets. And look at the quick nades in from Fnatic there. Just nading mid completely, but not going into mid. Very interesting indeed. Trying to force a bit of a rotation, making it look like a bit of a B split potentially. But there is no splits. All the players are in B storage.
Fnatic stacked the Molotovs in that round as well. So a bit of a change in strategy from their nade buying, purchasing in the previous round. Man down now. Sticko with a really good position actually, because there is a Molotov you can throw onto the side to block most of these peaks, but that is another one. Good cover as well, and it's going to work out for HellRaisers so far. Only JW remaining now, stuck in the vent. And Simple is going to be on the hunt. Oscar with the flank. JW should be gone soon. Oh, is he going to go for the value? No. He is going to get it. Show me the money and the AWP. That's well cheeky.
That's actually kind of funny that he would try that. Nice. Anyway, HellRaisers will pick up a round. And it was a little bit of a weird round from Fnatic. Again, they threw all the nades into mid, but by design it looked like they were trying to kind of fake a little bit. And what you would normally do is that fakes you out for a little bit of a B split, and so you cause a rotation towards B, and then they put 4 players towards B. So it's kind of a bit of a weird round. Nice push there from Oscar into the door, and a lot of chaos here towards A. Lots of trading going on, 1-for-1. But who is going to come out on top here? Will Fnatic continue to actually pressure A? They can kill some time now and just play the rotation of the CTs.
Yeah, the positioning, it looks like they could have maybe thrown a wall of smokes in mid indeed. I could see that from the minimap. Their positioning was suggesting exactly that. So there's going to be a bit of unknown for HellRaisers towards mid, but they know there's action towards A. Simple stuck in the corner now, trying to pre-fire. Going to take down Prodex, but there's one more to find. Olaf Mice are looking for the trade flames as well. Crims will be the one to do it. Angel soon to go down in mid after all, and Sticko will follow straight after. 10-3, Fnatic dominating HellRaisers here on Cash.
Yeah, they're looking so consistent. This is one of the reasons why they are also one of the most consistent teams in the league tables in the past, is just because okay, every player on Fnatic is really good, which helps a lot. But their coordination and the way that they can stick to the basics, but also all of them can be so explosive. can really help, and they don't mess up their anti-eco. It's rare that that's what they anti-eco. Whereas we see that coming in a lot from well, the NA teams, that their anti-ecos in general are a little bit flimsy, and that should be the round that should be somewhat guaranteed. But from Fnatic, they are masters of that.
11-3, and HellRaisers will have an uphill struggle on the T side, to say the least. Got one more round to try and attain for themselves. We'll see how much success they can find. Again, they've had many rounds where they've had limited supply of resources. You can see it again. Kucha with no nades. Simple with just a smoke. Oscar with just a flash. And he's going to use that flash to flash himself in, but JW was close enough to the corner to know that he can back off and at least be behind the structure. Going for the repeat now. Oscar! Oh, they both knew they were there. Or at least JW did, and he will win that duel. So, early man advantage for the HellRaiser side. JW down to 9 HP, but he only needs to fire faster than his opponents to be lethal here.
Yeah, and Fnatic have a lot of options right now. They can go for the delayed mid take, knowing that usually mid will be left open in a 4-player situation for the CPs. And they can also just try to barrel into a site with a 5 versus 4 or 5 versus 2 advantage, essentially. And it looks like that's what they're kind of going for at the moment. A lot of pressure towards this A site, and the bomb is there. They're going to make their way in. Ultimate with the first kill and the second kill. This is looking pretty catastrophic right now. Flusher is in from short, and wow, just completely dismantled in this round. HellRaisers, like most of the rounds, it was Fnatic looked fantastic.
12-3 is the end nigh. Is the light getting darker? Are all the fish dying in the pond? Is the bread going stale? Have the birds left the nest? I don't know what else. So on and so forth, Dan. Feel free to contribute if you can find anything novel. So, going into the pistol round now in the second half. HellRaisers have it all to do. 3 players going to have armor. Kucha and Sticko with the nades. Double smoke, actually. I'm wondering where they are going to choose to use them. Headed over towards A main. You have to wonder if they're going to throw one, bounce it off the wall. Obviously, you can see that 2-man push there. They can hear it. You can see Angel's gun. That might give them the clue. Oh, they're going to run away to try and engage. And but they do have Angel looking towards the side to see what's going on. Oh, they're going to let them run here. And Fnatic are going to have little to no idea that the entire HellRaiser team is now on the A bomb site. They can play retake, though, as you commonly see on this map. We'll see what they can do.
The only problem is that they don't have any nades for the retake, usually having the smoke, and that's so important to pressure the T's out of position in fear that you're going for the smoke defuse. But here we go. We've got the first challenge there from olofmeister. He's going to take down Simple straight away. That's a good kill coming in from him, and that will put the pressure on the flank as his teammates attack the front. This is really strong right now. Angel's getting really just pressured in this back area, but they are going for Oscar there, and Angel will take full abuse of that.
Flusher got 2 kills in 2 taps. And Angel and Oscar did exactly the same to spin the round around. Straight for the big guns here. Can't afford to mess around with the anti-eco nonsense as they have an 8-round deficit. So double AK, double FAMAS, Galil, excuse me. Simple just rocking the dig. Wonder if that means he will be the aggressive T-Orpa. It is his time to shine. Although we've seen him harass so badly with the AK towards B that the other team have called him a hacker before. Sour grape stand. Don't taste very nice.
Unless you like sour things.
Like sour grapes.
Yeah, indeed. Oh. Fnatic, they've done all the damage here. They've got a kill onto Kucha. Angel's down to 19 HP. This is where I think it's going to start to get a little bit scary, because all it takes is for one more kind of mishap, basically, for one more accident at work, and then the round can be won by the ecoing team, and well, the force support team, and there it is. That is the mishap that Fnatic were looking for, and all of a sudden HellRaisers have one player who's quickly wounded, and oh my god, they're gonna do it. Surely not. Fnatic holding down these strong positions here. JW's in the back, he gets the bomb as well, and he's got his knife out for some reason. Oscar now in a one-on-one against olofmeister, who's got that deagle long range. And Oscar now can actually win this round. And had JW been able to hold the flank at least then Oscar would have this really impossible decision of does he go for the plant or the engagement, because he's going to be crossing somebody's reticle at some point. But this is going to be a little bit easier for him. Ooh,
the vent is not open, which is going to be a pain for olofmeister, as He will have to announce his position now. But the duel will begin. He must know that Oscar is tagged. Just a question of elimination. How much time does Oscar have to move off the site? Only one shot required, and Olofmeister fast enough to get it. Fnatic move to 13. So HellRaisers is still looking shaky. I mean, they are playing the best teams in the world, but that said, they are still looking shaky on these anti-eco rounds. Still require some work.
Yeah. It's absolutely one of the telltale signs of a very, very good team is how good their anti-ecos are, because anyone can, well, I wouldn't say anyone can win the buy rounds, but it's not just about winning the buy rounds, it's about giving away as little edges as possible when the other team is ecoing. Because if your economy is going to be really, if you're going to keep it in good stead by losing as little people as possible and generally winning those rounds, then of course you're going to have more edges to play, and you're playing less edges. And right now it's a horrible buy here for them. They forced it up. 2 AKs, 2 pistols, but that said, Oscar's going to kill in the middle. So HellRaisers, they just have to finish together now as a team on one of the bomb sites or take middle away from Fnatic, and they should have a strong round to win with.
So, standard stack on the site. Trying to be as sneaky, as unpredictable as possible. HellRaisers with a slow advance, but they've got a player on short thanks to JW going down. Sticko gets taken down in isolation by Olofmeister. What is the reaction here from HellRaisers?
The problem is that they have a lack of grenades. Future has a Molotov, but that makes life very difficult. They have to try to open up in the angles directly. However, they will hit the shots this time around, and that's good. Because of course, one way to make that situation a lot easier for yourself and to put a lot less variance on it is to use your grenades to force the players out of position, and that of course creates a spot where their engagements are no longer they're no longer able to play their favorable engagements, and that's much more consistent instead of you opening up into the angles that they want to hold. So HellRaisers, though they didn't have the utility left, having such an awful buy, but they may do, and they survive with 4 players. So HellRaisers will get some really good bank from this round, and Flusha is going to be saving that mag. And I would love to see when Flusha goes with the mag. Where is Flusha going to go with this mag? Where, James?
Could play B checkers with a flashbang, or to try and push the squeaky door.
I want to say mid. Mid.
Mid would make sense as well.
Let's go mid. Where is he going?
Because he could push squeaky door and just wait by the kind of brick opening.
He's got the
He's going in advance. First call, thank you very much. That's 10 unicoins for me.
Where's the flash, James?
Well, he has a nade instead of a flash. These guys favouring the HEs. He wants to maim Dan. But it won't bounce as well, I don't think. I think the flash would have more utility with the Mag 7, but there we go.
I think he had it left over.
Maybe he did. That would make sense as well.
Yeah. Okay, well, Fnatic have decent positions on some of these players. Look at this, Oscar's getting aggressive there. He's going to get taken down, though, by the nade of Simple, speaking of nades, but the door will be open once again. I'm just going to look for that deagle. And we'll have the finish of the HellRaisers side onto this B-bomb site. 2 players, though, in vicinity. Flusha, chief amongst them. He's got the Molotov. He's going to force out position. Oh, that's so unfortunate for him. And the face there from JW will be met by 4 players. Unlucky, my friend.
That's a good Molotov. It's thrown from through the window because it stops people peeking the vent room from anywhere on the site, basically, apart from where Sticko was boosted on a box in the first half. That was very nice.
I believe it's Stiko, by the way.
Stiko.
Like Hiko.
I'm sure you're
Nico.
correct.
Stiko.
4 Molotovs for the HellRaisers side, so that's a good start to an anti-eco round, but let's see how well it will pay off. Angel positioning himself for a nice grenade, and that is a bit of a savage shutdown of JW. Crims, you can see he's up on the top area. It's a bit of an awkward angle to spot. Olofmeister maybe being the bait, but there's a short push here from the HellRaisers side. But Oscar's going to get shot straight in the face by Olofmeister. Was not expecting that. Goodbye for him.
Wow, really weird position here for Simple. Really up on the upper position there on top of the ramp. And finds himself the kill on Flusha. So kind of a weird anti-eco round from HellRaisers, but it's going to do the job. Olofmeister's found himself an AK though, and it is Olofmeister, so I would be a little bit worried.
Yeah, now things getting interesting. How far will he push? Simple's got 4 HP from being dinked earlier. I'm sure the Fnatic guys will know that. Crims looking for the person who's surely lurking towards vents, and that should be the end of the round now. Olofmeister going for the save. Olofmeister walks a lot in these kind of situations, a lot more than most other players, which you will notice if you watch his POVs. Kind of a cool thing. Maybe it will affect your own game. Can Simple get far away enough from the bomb to survive? He goes from 4 HP to 2. And there we go. HellRaisers surviving with 3 players, closing the gap to 6 rounds now. Well, Dan. Well, what? Are you well?
I don't think so, James.
I was going to say that's swell. But there we go, you ruined it. AWP onto Angel. Presumably he has a spawn timing here. There are various timings. He's going to go over towards B. As aforementioned, you can have a timing towards mid as well to stop the CTs crossing towards the white box. We saw evidence of that earlier on. Simple looking for the opening frag onto JW, who gets taken down in the corner. So Flusher is going to move away from the B bomb site, try to stop the Ts from pushing through Z connector into CT spawn, where they would then be behind enemy lines, and it would be very hard for Fnatic to defend.
So Flusher waiting with bated breath behind the smoke in middle there. Of course, Fnatic having to give up middle. They don't know exactly what's going on there. They want that info. He's moving up. He's moving up. He's going to spot the head of Olofmeister. Ray comes in, but he misses the shots, and Olof will get the kill. But meanwhile, HellRaisers have the main push coming towards B, and that little push from Simple might leave a little bit of obscurity in the situation. Does delay rotation, but if the player on the site can stay alive, if Pronax can keep himself in good shape here, then this should be an easy round for Fnatic to win. But he'll go down immediately, and in such a case, now we have a round on our hands for HellRaisers. 3 versus 2, the bomb planted. However, 2 other players are on the site, and that's less than ideal in a situation like this.
Yeah, Sticker's only got 3 HP as well.
Yeah, you only want 1 player on the site max in this position. They even got a decent plant, the safe plant that is visible from the far away. Now, Stico, 3 HP. Olofmeister desperately trying to take him down, but he's going to... Oh, wow. Also comes into play there by his checkers, and now it's all on him. With Crims looking for the defuse, and Oscar just has to move into range, and then boom. Crims is dead. Good save there by HellRaisers. They're now making a game of this. They reset Fnatic. They dealt with their anti-ecos fairly well. There was a little bit of some hiccups here and there. It didn't look as good as Fnatic's anti-ecos, but they're closing. They're closing the rounds, and they've won some rounds with quite a few players left alive. And they've got 8 to 13 now, and they're building a good bank.
Credit to Stico as well. He waited for his teammates to engage first and then strafed out, so they had as many guns firing as possible. So he really made as much use of himself as possible, bearing in mind he only had 3 HP. Olofmeister presumably finding some footsteps in the corner of that smoke and just going up to take a shot to the chest. So early advantage for Fnatic, but they've got that 1 AWP and just pistols on the rest of the team. Can HellRaisers survive this aggression? 2 plays down so far. There goes the AWP. We'll see if any of the other teammates of Fnatic can retrieve it. But they are running out now. Only Flusher and JW remaining.
I think the answer to your question is yes. Yes, they can. Surviving all the aggressions. And this will be 13 to 9. Do you think HellRaisers are going to bring it all the way?
My immediate question is Simple going to pick up the AWP following the round? He's lurking around at AWP, maybe expecting a Fnatic player to try and collect it, and that might have been the play for JW, just waiting. Simple running into his crosshairs, but JW will now have to change his position. Can they bring it back, HellRaisers? I mean, potentially, if they can keep Fnatic's economy broken, then I don't see why not, but every anti-eco or anti-force buy is another opportunity for HellRaisers to throw around. So, again, I still lack confidence in them in that scenario, so those are still a minefield for them to cross. Princess Diana style, because she used to go through minefields. Well, not through minefields, but I'm sure she was, had a photo op near one. Dan. Anyway, Oscar with the AWP. 2 AWPs now for Fnatic, changing their approach on round 23. So far, so good. It won't even be an AWP that takes the first frag. It's going to be Pronax taking Angel down. So HellRaisers should have no idea that there are 2 AWPs on the map just yet.
Oh, okay, we're going to get some space coming in here as now HellRaisers start to fight back in middle. The wall of smoke's just dissipating as they make their way across, and lots of jewels here. Flusher goes in for the finish, and he will get it onto Simple. That's really important, putting it back to a 3-on-3, and with Oscar so low as well, things will get a little bit awkward trying to actually push into the bomb sites. He has got the AWP though, and he's in position by forklift. So Fnatic kind of shut out to an extent to this A-bomb site. But the nades are beginning to run low here for the C's. There's still a decent amount left to get a little bit of extra delay, but that said, Fnatic have lots of grenades themselves, and Oscar's in trouble, missing that shot now. They know he's in this corner, they're on the angle. Is there a smoke to help him out of this position? Is there something to help Oscar out of this spot? He's going to find his way out of it, just barely, but no! Crims will finally get the punish there, just in the nick of time before Oscar gets to safety. Kucha goes down by quad, and now it's all on Stiko against 3 players who are quickly approaching his position. Critical damage done by Crims. Looks like we're going to get the hold on the defuse. Stiko's going in. Oh, Stiko! Oh, he did it! Yeah, he did it! Wow, Stiko, what a clutch there. Just running straight in there, knowing what had to be done, and executing. Stiko.
Very nice play. Definitely, I think, in that situation, like if you're the other player, I suppose you could either play around the corner of the smoke and try and spot the player doing what he can, or body block, like just swinging your knife in the air in the smoke, which would look absolutely ridiculous, especially if you lost around doing that. I can't imagine the tweets you would receive. 3-round lead now for Fnatic. The gap is closing again and again. Fnatic going for the force here. We've got 3 fan masses. The CZ onto Flusher. They are limited on resources, but they are high on skill. Simple, look, it could be traded. Indeed, he will be. JW will go down as well. So the man advantage goes the way of HellRaisers for a few seconds. Kucha gets taken down in isolation. And now the last 3 HellRaisers players are spread out. And again, they are on the anti-force, experiencing some troubles.
3 versus 3 again, getting these pretty interesting situations in the mid rounds as Fnatic start to look a little bit troubled with their lead. HellRaisers slowly trying to work their way in now into the A-bomb site. Angel just holding the flank. Could go middle if he wants to, but it's going to regroup into A main. And Fnatic, without the information or enough players alive to really go for any information plays, so stay settled to their setups. Flusher in that really dangerous position, that one-shot range with the CZ. 5-7 50 is that really, this is like a really dangerous position. We used to see Maniac in this position doing incredible jobs with that pistols, but they've managed to handle this well with the nades. They forced Flusher into a much worse position, taking him down, and now Angel's going to get the bomb planted as well. In comes the rotation from Fnatic. Oscar's going to miss the initial shot, but he's got the second one. Fantastic work by him, and Pronex will go down, and HellRaisers in this position now look fantastic. What is the situation here for the money of Fnatic? How much do they have on the loss bonus? Okay,
all the money then.
They got 3,400, the max loss bonus from losing 5 rounds in a row.
So they look to be going for the full buy in the next round. Again, a tricky situation for HellRaisers. No round here is really a given for them, despite the lack of supply here for Fnatic to take a StarCraft turn. You know, Fnatic still capable of doing a much damage. I would say, my English fails me again. It's a good start from Crims, the 1 dig, coming down to Angel. Coming down on Angel, through his face, through his head. Leaving a great cavity where his brain used to be. And again, hardship is experienced by HellRaisers on a no-buy from Fnatic, who have now picked up 2 AKs and have a 2-man advantage.
Yeah, JW is going to be rotating that one of those AKs. He's picked himself up a Molotov as well. Smoke will be going away soon here on this choke point, as HellRaisers set themselves up and Molotov nicely timed there. That's going to delay them and allow extra rotation at the cost of his life, but extra rotation. And that said, he did drop an AK as well. But this is getting awkward right now because they have to get their way in here. They do have time, 40 seconds on the clock to work with as they start to push closer and closer. Great counter grenades, but also even better shots coming out of HellRaisers. Just Flusher left against 3 players. He's on the bomb site with that dig. He's going to get the first kill. Stiko goes down. That's the bomber as well. He's going for the peaks of the dig. I don't know that he can do this. It's so difficult. He goes for the reload, and he's got no time. Oscar's going to bear down on his position. He is going to take him to the cleaners, and that's 12-13. HellRaisers 1 away now from completely removing all the deficit. It was a huge deficit. How many rounds have they won in a row?
Lots.
Has it been every single... No. It's been like, how many?
All of those.
8.
So
in a row.
Fnatic have finally got their own big buy coming out. They did essentially eco in that last round. So AWP, lots of nades coming in as well. 3 defuse kits, helmets, the lots. Got the boost failing, unfortunately. Will they have time to even they can't risk doing it again, really.
I don't know.
There's no one over towards A main at the moment for the C's.
I've never seen someone fail that boost before, by the way, in a professional match.
We've seen it a few times, but not in such a fashion where they just fall off the edge.
I've seen people
onto the sites.
Fail it when they're doing it backwards because it's so easy, James. that's when I've seen people fail it.
Yeah. That's when I've seen it as well. So Fnatic will stack 3 people over towards the A bomb site. They've chosen to give up mid, which has been taken in kind by the HellRaisers squad. They're going to have 2 players there. Looks like the bomb is just outside the vent area at the moment. Not sure if the vent has been popped. See Kucha starting to clear things out, making sure nobody's in the position that you often see Kiyoshima playing. Just behind the box there. So will they start to play B? They need to watch out because there is a 2-man flank coming in from A. In fact, they're going to go for the T boost over into B. But are they going to do it fast enough? HellRaisers in the vents now with only 1 person on the site to defend.
Wolof comes in though. He might just catch the weak player. Simple off guard. Indeed he will. That's the frag. 4 versus 4 now. And the problem is that HellRaisers are kind of, they're not really in position and they've got have already a lot of pressure. The bomb will go down. There's 2 players stuck on the site. Kucha has to win these duels. He's going to get the first one and he will go down, but the trade is real. Wolfmeister cannot bully his way through the vent room, so that is likely that. And Scrims, nope, he's going to get caught off by Angel, and that's 13-13. But for Fnatic, you know, they have 13 rounds. They still have the max bonus, so they can still field buys all the time. But this is looking kind of weird actually right now. How is this going to take down Fnatic? They have the economic lead. The match is almost over.
Fnatic have to be getting really frustrated now. They have lost so many rounds in a row. Yeah. They ecoed. They went for the full buy. They expected to win, I have no doubt, but they failed once more.
Yeah, HellRaisers is playing pretty darn good on the T side. That is for sure.
So let's see what the approach is. Olofmeister has creeped through the smoke as HellRaisers did in the first half. Let's see if it yields any results for him. Nobody looking into A main at the moment for the HellRaisers side. In stark contrast to, say, Flipside, for example, who would commonly have 2 Ts facing an AWP and a Rifler. So mid has been given up again, and Crims will fall because of it. Olofmeister finds himself stuck towards A main now, paranoid that somebody might be coming in from the back. He knows that somebody's in Squeaky. And again, HellRaisers still passive towards A main. The bomb now moving towards Squeaky while the fragment coming in. Steeko's done so much damage in this round. 3 men for him and he'll make his exit.
Steeko is really legit, man. What a great round from him. And he's going to get the bomb planted for sure for his team. In comes Flusher. In comes Pronax. Flusher needs a pretty good situation, good engagement, but HellRaisers have a good close plant setup in the... Oh no, that's awesome from Flusher. He's going to get a kill and excellent damage onto a player at quad. They don't have any nades to finish him off, and the time is starting to dwindle here for Flusher to make this happen, but he's already done critical damage to Angel as well. He's looking for that last kill. He knows exactly where Angel is. He sees the shadow, but he can't get it done. I thought for sure he'll be able to pre-fire that and get the kill, but Angel somehow finds the headshot. Wow, that was just stunning there. First of all, Steeko, and then Flusher, but still HellRaisers will win the round, 14-13, and Fnatic forced to these horrible buys again and again. They can't afford not to buy.
That shadow was so juicy, Dan. It was like the most moist carrot cake you've ever seen in your life. It was dying to be eaten, but no, it was full of rat poison, Dan. And the rats will have their day. So Fnatic going for a fast push. They've got control of the bomb for now. Kucha's there to try and defend though. He's going to advance his position, try and catch out a Fnatic player. He's got teammates running through the vents, but Pronax is going to have the awkward angle to take down Angel. 4 versus 2. Fnatic looking to even things up now. And look at the money. Well, we'll see the money for HellRaisers a bit later on. If it comes to that, they'll start to pull the Fnatic players back down to their level. 2 versus 3. And there's still a minute on the clock for HellRaisers to play with, but they have no idea of the positions of the other 2 Fnatic players.
It's a really big problem for Fnatic because, well, their money sucks, James. It really, really sucks. And they just have to win all the rest of the rounds, to be honest. And Olofmeister, he's poised to get the first kills here, first contact, and that's going to be the distraction that JW needs. He comes in from the back. He doesn't get anything done with a drive-by, though, but it will be worthy in the end. Olofmeister capitalizes on the distraction, and JW capitalizes on the distraction then caused by him. So, well done to Fnatic. They will win that round. But still, HellRaisers in with the bye now.
Whoever loses this round is going to be broken in what could be the last round. Just looking I mean, look at the buy from the CTs here. It's not spectacular. The money's starting to get ropey for both teams now. 14-14. HellRaisers looking to go 2-0 in this day of the FACEIT Stage 3 League for 2015. So Stico has been instrumental in leading his side here on the T side, getting back into this match. Does he have enough left to take them over the line? Again, mid has been abandoned by Fnatic, and HellRaisers will begin the slow crawl.
Stico, man, I think he's in a really good position here because he's over by the door, and we have an A main push, so Stico could get behind them essentially as his teammates go for the initial engagement here. There's the initial challenge. Stico has the door open, and he could capitalize as he has to cross back over. Crims looks for the shot, but Stico's going to win the battle, and that's going to give a distraction for Oscar, who will get an easy snap onto JW. Olofmeister has to push in. He's got to do damage, but he'll get traded on, and after all the chaos, 2 versus 2 now. Flusher and Pronax are going to make their way in, and Angel and Stico will have a good post-plant set up. It's not the most ideal plant in the world, of course, but still, Stico, man, this guy's been on point so far. And as you said, the team that loses this round is screwed. And Angel gets the first kill onto Pronax. It's just one player left, Flusher. He goes down to Angel as well. 15-14, and HellRaisers surely will be able to close the match from this point because Fnatic have absolutely nothing left to buy with.
Flusher and Olofmeister can buy something. Olof's gone AWP, no armor. We'll see if he chooses to throw it to JW or just will rock with it himself. Look at this buy from Fnatic. I think we saw a similar round from them in this half as well, but with less armor, just the AWP and the pistols. And I think they might have either won it or done a lot of damage, but they're going to need to do it all this round. Otherwise, it's another game lost for them. JW with a fast push, going to not pay off for him. Done a bit of damage to Simple. He'll see the bomb, but that's basically useless information at this point. Very early on in the round. Again, Fnatic putting many players over towards A, abandoning mid once more. This hasn't really worked out for them, but many rounds have gone down to the wire. But will it go their way this time? Olofmeister will see Simple and take him down, finish him off for his teammate.
Here it comes, Olofmeister snaps down Angel, but that's all he's going to get. Flusher and Pronax, it's up to them, but it's not going to happen at this rate. Flusher in with a fast snap with the Deagle. There's 2 more players to find. Flusher's trying to do it, but it's not going to happen. The multiple challenges were just too much. They overwhelmed him in 16-14. Another upset, another huge upset from HellRaisers, really legitimizing, I would say, this new lineup. And also not only legitimizing the new lineup as a unit, but also legitimizing Stico, because we saw Stico do a lot of excellent stuff in this one. He looked... because I didn't know. Did you know much about Stico before?
I did not know.
The HellRaisers lineup. I didn't know either. And this guy he looks really good. Like, he looks very strong individually. Like the way that he moves, how confidently he handles the rifle at all the ranges, how his decision making is. For example, that spot where he had to go for the guy defusing in the smoke. His decision making is very clear. There's no hesitation, and he executes. So this guy looks really impressive for the team, and combined with all the other players, Simple and whatnot, looks like it's completely new HellRaisers. It's very fun to see. Yeah,
and the irony is JW is singing Stico's praises, and Stico's the one to bring Fnatic down on cash. After such a strong performance from Fnatic on the T side as well, HellRaisers just brought it to them and took it over the line.
Yeah.
So as you can see, our next match is going to be TSM versus Titan. That's the pick of TSM, and it's going to be Overpass. That's coming up in probably 2 to 3 minutes, so bear with us. We will be back after a short break.